Hello, hello, visionary entrepreneurs. How are you? Welcome back to our abundance reading. Today is our day 153. Let me quickly make sure that we are now live on YouTube. Let me see, where is on our YouTube? Here's on YouTube. We are live. Let me put this onto our playlist so that every one of our members could watch live. And this actually is my today, the second Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube live. Because earlier today we did Abundance You interview. And now we're getting to a different, it's just different playlist, but it's all on my YouTube, Abundance YouTube channel. Let me see, where is this? Okay, save, and we're live. Yay. Thank you so much for your patience. We are back on our book, Expert Secrets, Russell Brunson, and we're getting to very close. That's very close to the end, right? And today we're on the Secret 20, Expert Secrets, and this is helping you really utilize whatever you have, your expertise you have, to do the, to become the expert and to impact other people, to create mass movements and to impact people and get people to buy your advice. So the secret 20, totally 22 secrets. So we're the last third one, okay? So it's email epiphany funnels. Email epiphany funnels. Some of those terms, even though I've been using ClickFunnels, Russell is the founder. ClickFunnels be for 5 or 6 or 7 years already. And some terms may be still strange to me. So email epiphany funnels. Epiphany soap opera sequence. Email 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see here. In this illustration, right? It looks like it's very simple. So we will see what's in the details. Okay, email 1 is like origin story, epiphany, then it's new opportunity, epiphany, internal belief, epiphany, external belief, epiphany, and then the stack. Similar to presentation. Can you see that? Previously, we read about the perfect webinar, the sequence, the perfect webinar, let's say funnel. That funnel has a similar flow like these emails, right? From original story to new opportunity, and then internal and external belief, from a false belief to your epiphany, and then finally go to the stack. It's just like selling through emails. So basically you can see that perfect presentation you can use in any way, like a webinar, seminar, workshop, masterclass, email sequence, and live stage presentation. One of my biggest breakthroughs happened when I realized that I could use this perfect webinar process in all areas of my marketing, including email. In .com Secrets, I talked about a concept I learned from Andrew Chaperon. Let's see, Andrew Chaperon, called soap opera sequence. I like that abbreviation, SOS, soap opera sequences, SOS, which are the emails you send to someone when they first join your list. He called them soap opera sequences because each email ends with a hook that draws you to the next episode, just like a soap opera does. I like that, even though I'm not a soap opera fan. I never watched too much of that. Maybe when I was younger. I could not remember when it was my last time. Maybe thousands of years ago, I watched some soap opera. So, but definitely I remember that they leave some hook. Oh yeah, gosh. I need to be honest. Just recently, just for very randomly, very rarely, I watch a Disney Plus. That American Chinese. Oh, that's the one I've not watched for so many years. Now I watch that one. That's, I think, could be counted as a soap opera. Like every episode could have some hint for the next one. That's a hook mentioned. For years, I had been using SOS emails with different story structures. I even shared some in the .com Secrets book. But when I started seeing people use the perfect webinar in different situations, like Facebook Live and video sales letters, I had a thought. I wonder if this would also work as an email sequence. See, Facebook Live. Yesterday we talked about the what's that? The perfect webinar hack. Remember, use Facebook Live and then video sales letter. Okay. In fact, I wonder if I could do all the selling by email and not even push them into attending a presentation. It seems so crazy, right? That's why some people become like email experts. Just use email to sell. I figured it just might work. I think the effect may be like not as obvious and strong as like a presentation in person and in like live, right? And this is a virtual live. We will see what's the data there. Maybe I hope he will show some data. So I took the perfect webinar and broke down the 4 core stories and stack. The 4 core stories and stack. Added each into an email and tested out. The results were, well, they were amazing. So much that so that we are now going back and adding them into every funnel we have. There are a few different ways that we've successfully used this so far. The first was just writing out each story for the emails. The second way was making videos, telling each of the stories. So it's like emails, videos, and then linking to the video inside of the emails. Oh, okay, that means like the second way is making, I would put it here, short videos, telling each of those stories, and then linking to the video inside of the emails. Linking to the video inside of the emails. Inside of the emails. Was making videos, telling each of the stories and linking to the video inside of the emails. Honestly, the way they receive the story matters less. Then, come on, this editor. Then following the actual story structure that you learned about earlier in this book. Okay, so where does it matter, or maybe not less as matter as the following the actual story structure. One of the keys to remember in soap opera sequence like this is that each email needs to pull people into the next story in the next email. So that the chain is just like a chain, right? Will not be broken. So people will just keep consuming your content till you need to. This is like a funnel. This is like an email funnel. That's why I call it email epiphany funnels. There's an email funnel. So it's step by step. We need people through this email funnel to your offer, to your stack. So it's just like each email needs to pull people into the next story in the next email. Next story, okay. Think about how good soap operas, reality shows, and most shows on TV are able to pull you through the commercial breaks and week to week by getting excited by what is about to happen. Oh, and I remember when I watched those ones, the majority of time in China, when I was in China, oh my gosh, that's over 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. Like those local Chinese operas, like many seasons. And then I regretted it. So that's too waste of time. And okay. And not just China, actually. During that time, I remember we imported like soap operas from Japan, from Korea, and now it's still popular in China. Okay. Let's see. Think about how good soap operas, reality shows, and most shows on TV are able to pull you through commercial breaks and week by week, getting excited by what is about to happen, then cutting it off. We do the same thing in these emails, teasing about the next email that's coming. So they are anxiously waiting for it. That must be so good, the email, you know, all those, I know I could understand all those like operas or the TV shows and the movies, like serious movies, right? Those ones, because it's visual, it's much easier. But now with just email, okay, Russell did not say that too much details, but I believe this email like Epiphany funnels, why they are still using funnels, right? They're still using other funnels, perfect webinar and other presentation funnels and sales video funnels. That's because those ones combined together works the best. Do not just use one funnel. Okay. The next one, actually, this one is the shortest one. I know. This email Epiphany funnels is the shortest one. Okay, then because all the content already introduced a bit earlier. Remember all those like original story, new opportunity, internal belief, external belief, and stack in the previous secrets are introduced. And now next one, secret number 21. This is the shortest one. This one is also short. Epiphany product launch funnels. Now finally get to launch funnels. Okay, you can see why Russell put them here. Like the more content he put in, it's like the most important. You can see that a perfect webinar, he puts a lot of content there and details there, right? And others, it's just like on above of that, you can use Epiphany product launch funnel. Let's see, from intro video to video 1, 2, 3, 4. I still remember some years, like around 10 years ago, this kind of a launch funnel is very popular. And only those big ones, right? They have that kind of a marketing teams can do this kind of a comprehensive work for them. Like starting from intro video, that's the original story Epiphany, and then get to video 1, new opportunity Epiphany, video 2, internal belief, video 3, external belief, Epiphany, and the video 4, the stack. See, it's just like similar to, the flow is similar to Epiphany soap opera. It's just, and also similar to the perfect webinar, right? It's just like from presentation, change it to email or change it to videos. Doesn't matter what kind of media you use, or follow the similar flow. When ClickFunnels was getting close to its 1-year anniversary, we wanted to create a new funnel in hopes that we could get some of the same affiliate partners who had promoted our perfect webinar in the past to promote again. We knew that many of them would not want to just promote the same webinar to their followers again. So we decided to switch from a webinar to a product launch funnel. Remember, he did over his weekly model, he did like over 60 at weekly webinars. And now this is a new form of marketing to a product launch funnel. So inside, it's just like a break that webinar into those like different videos. Inside the .com secret books, I also shared our product launch funnel as well as the scripts we've had success with in the past inside in the product launch funnels. But I knew that the messaging and stories in our webinars worked really well. So why not just use them again here? It's true. Message and stories. And with that, we basically just recreated the perfect webinar and Epiphany bridge stories inside of a product launch funnel structure. That's true. Just created the perfect webinar and Epiphany bridge stories inside of the product launch funnel structure. Just break those like perfect webinar down, right? And put it into like videos. Okay, I recorded an intro video telling my origin story, then had them opt in for the rest of the videos in a sequence. See, like recorded an intro video, original story, then had them opt in for the rest of the videos in a sequence. So here is like a opt in, so that they could watch all the following one. It's just like teaching them, right? So then the video number 1 became secret number 1, which told them about the new opportunity. Secret number 2, okay, you can put it here. Secret number 1, secret number 2. That's what you teach people. Secret number 3. Okay, so secret number 2 focus on their internal beliefs, and secret number 3, their external beliefs. We've already shared this before. Then video 4 was just a video of we do the stack, right? So it worked amazingly well. And since then, I've seen dozens of others create product launch funnel versions of their perfect webinars. It says turn their perfect webinar into a product launching. Okay, so let's see, launch funnel, product launch funnel version of perfect webinar. Let's see. I have my perfect like a masterclass similar to the perfect webinar, and that could also create into the product launch. One of the most powerful way we've used, and that I've started to see others adopt as well, is after someone comes through your webinar funnel, to send emails. Okay, after someone comes through your webinar funnel, send emails to those who didn't show up to the webinar and have them go through the product launch sequence instead. That's interesting. So first is webinar funnel. It's like combine two together. And those one who did not show up, go through them like the product launch sequence. So instead of like one non-webinar video, the replay, right? You just give them this product launch smaller videos sequence. That way, those who did not get a chance to consume your message can get it in different formats that they may be more likely to watch. That's true. Wow, that's secret number 21. Oh, both of them are short, like email Epiphany, Epiphany funnels and Epiphany product launch funnel. Both of them are similar sequence to like perfect webinar. So now you know in different areas, different way you can use it. Now, section 5. I know the later one is a shorter one. Section 5. What's next? At the end of the book, you may be wondering, what should I do now, right? And now that you have created your presentation and the funnels that people will go through to get your message, the next questions okay, so here's like a presentation funnels. Next question I got a lot are how do I get people into those funnels, right? So like you create a vehicle, you created a funnel. How do you get people into this funnel? That's a traffic one. What is the fuel that will ignite my following? So I can start a mass movement. Fuel that will ignite the following. So you can start a mass movement. You want like a mass traffic to go to your either webinar or like a launch funnel, your funnel, right? This section will show you how to fill your funnels. And I mentioned some other things you can do to jumpstart your success as an expert. So this, very interesting. This is at the very end of this book. And that's why Russell, the next book, you can guess now already, the next book from Russell is Traffic. It's a traffic secret. So the final session, section 5, what's next is similar to, it's already introduced that about traffic. Okay, so finally, section 22. Let's see if we can finish that. I will see if we can finish that. Okay, the $1 million question everyone asks after they learn about the funnel is, how do you actually get people into these funnels? I had the same question when I got started. In fact, I remember asking a friend who was having a lot of success online at the time, how do you create traffic? Smiled and said, how do you create traffic? He smiled and said, Russell, you don't need to create traffic. It's already there. People are already online. You just have to figure out how to get those people to leave where they are and come to you instead. Okay, so you just have to figure out how to get those people to leave where they are and come to you instead. It's like more like a attraction, right? It's a create that attraction and a conversion. The wheels in my head started spinning. I started thinking about where my dream customers were already congregating. I realized that in most cases, the people I wanted to serve were already in the market looking for something. And if I could present them with my new opportunity, I could get them to leave where they were and start following me. Okay. About that same time, I heard about a concept called the Dream 100. Yeah. So here, this is the introduction. And later in his traffic book, he would introduce more from one of my friends and mentors, Chet Holmes. Let me see. Early in Chet's career, he worked for Charlie Munger. Oh, Charlie Munger, who you may know as Warren Buffett's partner in Berkshire Hathaway. Everybody remember Munger as a friend, as the partner of Warren Buffett. Chet sold advertising for one of the company's legal magazines. At the time, they were really struggling. Chet was working with a database of over 2,000 advertisers. He made calls and sent out materials every day, but they were still number 16 out of 16 magazines in their industry, dead last. Then Chet got smart. he did some research and discovered that out of those 2,000 advertisers, 167 of them were spending 90% of their advertising budgets with his competitors. So he defined those 167 as his best buyers. Okay, it's just like get those affiliate partners from your competitors. So he defined those 167 as his best buyers, the ones spending all the money in the industry. Once he figured that out, he stopped marketing to everybody and instead focused his time and efforts on those 167. He sent out direct mail pieces with numpy objects in them every 2 weeks. Direct mail pieces. Then he followed up with a few phone calls. Twice a month, he did mail. Let's see. Follow up with a few phone calls. Okay. Send the direct mail pieces and then follow up. So first mail and then follow up a few calls, and twice a month, he did mail. Twice a month, he did call. Twice a month, he did mail. Not just mail one, okay, mail a lot. And once a month, he did call quite some people. Oh, only once or twice? Okay, twice a month. Now, Chet was known for what he called PhD, pig-headed determination. That's very interesting. It's my first time to hear that. Pig-headed determination. That means that determination is so strong, pig-headed. So he just kept going after those same people month after month because these were the biggest guys. They were the hardest people to reach, but he didn't give up. After 4 months of following this strategy, he got 0 response. Pretty discouraging, right? 4 months. Okay, 4 months of following. Got 0 response. Then in his 4th month, something changed. He landed his first big account. Let's say, Exersox. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Okay, big account. It was the biggest advertising buy ever for the company. By the 6 months, he had landed 29 of the 167. And with those 29, not all of them, just 29 of 167. And sit in the middle. Chet doubled the sales over the previous years. They went from number 16 to number 1 in the industry in just over a year. And he kept doubling sales for the next 3 years. Because he built up this, he focused on those 29 of 167. So not, even though we called Dream 100, it's not really like 100, right? But it's 29. I did not have my calculator, otherwise you could calculate how much that percentage is 29. It's about 30 of, let's say, almost 1/5, close to 20. Okay, a little bit less than 20. And with those, okay, so later on in his career, Chet wrote a screenplay and wanted to sell it to a big Hollywood studio. So he followed the same Dream 100 strategy. He researched and found 100 Hollywood producers, actors, directors, and other people who could make his film a reality. Wow. Okay, he wrote a screenplay, want to sell to Hollywood studio. So he need to find us a Hollywood Dream 100 strategy partners, right? It's like found 100. Oh, this time he really found 100. Okay, Hollywood producers, actors, directors, other people who could make his film a reality. He focused on his Dream 100 list and relentlessly pursued these guys. And yes, eventually he did sell his film to one of those big studios. So what does this have to do with you? We need to think about our Dream 100, right? Well, and then I first heard the chat explain how the Dream 100 worked. I realized that there were probably 100 people who already had my dream customers. They had the traffic. I didn't need to create it. I just need to figure out how to get those people to come and see my new opportunity instead. Okay. Very interesting. I want to know who is his Dream 100. The first step in this Dream 100 process was going back to secret number 1. Remember when I created my, I need to stand up, sit too long time. I need to relax my leg. Too much sitting. We need to stand up. And so going back to secret number 1, remember when I created my new niche, we started with the 3 hot markets. Yes, health, wealth, and relationships. Remember the 3 markets. So now we're starting from there, and from there drill down into a sub niche inside of one of those markets. Okay, niche and sub niche. Okay, I found that the key to the Dream 100 was to step back from my niche and go back up to the sub-market level. Oh, okay, let's see. So I believe Russell is from it's on the both wealth and also health side. Okay. Inside of that sub-market, let's see, where's the sub-market? Are all the niches where my traffic is already congregating. All I needed to do was figure out who was controlling that traffic. Figure out who was controlling that traffic. Sub-niche inside of one of those markets. Sub-niche, new niche, sub-niche. Hot market, okay. Hot market and then sub-niche. So, for example, wealth, there's finance, investing, real estate, sales. So we're actually doing, it's like close to the sales part, right? Even though that's not really my best strength. It's like about create your profitable and impactful online business to make profit, and also it's aligned with your purpose. And then the health side, let me see. What to find your Dream 100? Okay, so you need to go back. So from your niche, from your micro niche, go up to like a sub niche, this bigger one, under either health or wealth or relationship. I quickly realized that the people who controlled that traffic were typically one of 4 types. Okay, this is good. Let's say 4 types. List owners, bloggers, podcasters, or social media influencers, including YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Now we have like a TikTok, right? TikTok. And let's see, LinkedIn as well. I started searching and found list owners with email list of 20,000 to 200,000 or more of my dream customers. I'm just curious. I wonder how Russell could find that. How many people's email list? Okay. List owners with email list of 20,000 to 20,000 or more of my dream customers. Started searching. Okay. Bloggers and podcasts. List only. Bloggers and podcasts. Pastors who had millions of readers and listeners, and the social media influencers who could drive tens of thousands of clicks to anything they want to talk about. I saw their power. So I started to build out my Dream 100 list of these people and companies. This gave me a great hint. Now I have my Dream 100 group. Now, so far I have 16 people, I think 16 potential partners. But how many of them really have their big social media influence? I need to evaluate. I need to connect those data. Like, I know so far some of them are not really the big influencers. But it's good, like if you are not so, like I say, if your stage are not so advanced, you could start from like smaller ones as well. And millions of readers and listeners and social media influence could have dropped tens of thousands of clicks. So I started building my Dream 100 list of these people. Initially, I tried to find 25 list owners in my sub-market. 25, initially it's 25. 25 bloggers, 25 podcasts, and 25 social media influencers. So that's 425, that's 100, right? So I think this is quite important for me to reference. So list the owners in the submarket. What is my submarket? Let me see. My niche is help visionary entrepreneurs launch their profitable business and own their abundance, energy, and leadership. My submarket is, I think it's a wealth, right? Because we were talking about business, passion business. So it's wealth. It's like a business. Business. Here it's not just sales. Let me see. Business. Because it's not health, it's also not relationships. So it's like in a bigger categories under wealth, and it's under sub-market. It's like a business success. Okay, 25 list owners, 25 bloggers. My sub-market, like wealth part. Let's see. Let me do my exercise. So mine is wealth. Then 25 bloggers, 25 podcasters, blogger, podcasters, list owner, and 25 social media influencers. Nowadays, I think if Russell will make it more specific, we would say like social media influencers, for example. Some of them could be on YouTube. Some of them could be on Facebook. Some of them could be LinkedIn. Some could be Instagram. Some of them could be TikTok. What else? Facebook and LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. That's a major one, right? 5 different types of social media. Find this. Or if it's 5, that means each one you can find 5. 5 on YouTube, 5 on Facebook, 5 on LinkedIn, 5 on Instagram, and 5 on TikTok. Sounds not so difficult, right? And later, did he like persuade them, those Dream 100 people, to do promotion for him? And that's a big thing I want to know. Because so far I have Dream list, I have some members, but some of them are not really doing things. Okay, so actually, I want to resume this, reserve my energy so far here, because now I had a curiosity. It's just like this soap opera, right? We will come back to learn more because I have the last part I could not finish tonight. We will finish tomorrow, definitely. Today is June 2nd, so by June 3rd, we will finish everything. Oh, super excited. So this is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is the beginning of a traffic. So I believe, I'm thinking that actually after this one, I should go to the third book, Traffic Secrets by Russell. How about your opinion? Let me know, okay? Either I continue on Russell or when I go to another one, it's like a YouTube formula. But I feel like I want to go to this Dream 100 because I want to follow on this perfect webinar. I want to keep doing webinar, and I need a Dream 100 partners to help me do it together. So this will make more sense than YouTube. YouTube I could do later. So, okay, that's it. Let's stop here and tomorrow we'll come back. And here, let me show you this illustration, the pictures. This is like an exercise. This is like the sub-market. This is like the big areas, those 3 areas, sub-market, and this is like the sub-niche, should be sub-market and the niche. So, okay. Thank you so much, everyone. It's a wonderful 153 reading, and let's come back tomorrow, okay? So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can get the whole inspiration and not just reading. Okay, this is inspiration and implementation and free coaching almost. And also follow us on Instagram. We will have a daily brief and highlights. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Take good care. Enjoy your weekend. Okay.